Good afternoon, all my Rural Xers out there. This is Eric, the Rural Xer, here with you in beautiful, well, close to downtown Maggie Valley, North Carolina. And as you can see behind me is the infamous, or I should say famous, ghost town in the sky. Now, of course, this is the bottom of it, and I'll tell you right now, we are not going up to the top of it. There's no way that I even climb the thing, or that I would take the chance of getting caught trying to drive up there. So we're just going to explore down here, the bottom of it, the old ticket office terminal for the incline, and the train, which is over to my right now. So anyway, we're just going to explore down here a few minutes. We came into town, into Maggie Valley, to go to Wheels Through Time Museum and actually film it for the channel as well. But unfortunately, they wouldn't allow filming for YouTube videos and, to upload on YouTube. So as disappointing as it may be, I respect that. So I didn't film anything. I did take some pictures, and I will post them on my Facebook and Instagram accounts for you to see, but of course they're not going to be for profit. My Instagram and Facebook channels aren't monetized anyway, so that's just to promote my YouTube channel. But if you want to see those pictures, you can at either one of those places. But we are going to film here and post this on my YouTube channel, so come along and join us if you will. And as you can see, this is the main ticket office and terminal building down here for accessing it. And of course, over here to the left of it is the terminal for the chairlift up to the top. Now, it doesn't look like the cables are still on there, or if they are very slack. It's kind of hard to tell. It does look like there's some cables on some of the towers going up to the top, but it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, as you can see down here is the actual building where the motors and all, I'm sure, were probably housed to drive the chairlift up to the top. And of course, up there at the top, you can see where it crests over the hill and goes on up to Ghost Town in the Sky. These steps look like they've been recently redone. They look like very new concrete. The whole area down here doesn't look in that bad a shape, honestly. It's very, very weird. But the famous horse and buggy down here, carriage, and I guess this would be the queue line for the and then the tram over here, the incline railway going up. Of course, as you can see, the railway or the railroad is either buried or taken up one. I'm not sure. And this is pretty steep right here where I'm walking at. I didn't realize that this tram or railway was this close to the chairlift. I did not realize that. But yeah, there's the railroad, and it's still on there. So I guess it was used up until it was closed. Now this over here looks like it was also used as a bay for the incline railway going up there, but it doesn't look like there's any rails still down. And it is definitely grown up through there. Now I think what I might, well, no, I started to say I think what I might have been seeing was power and telephone lines going up there, but no, there is some other lines on over there. Let's go over there and look around. Yep, there's some some cables of some sort where the chairlift used to be, but I don't know that it was. And there was an observation tower. I guess that was something that you could go up in at one time. They had a stairway that went up there. But of course here is the queue line. Huh. Yeah, this is the queue line where you would, I guess you would wait in a queue line for the incline railroad going up to the top. And here's the queue line for the, and yeah, the cables are still there. Let's see here. Yep. They're at least up to a certain point up there, but it doesn't look like they're actually tied up. It looks like they might have taken them down. There is no cars, there's no chairs on this chairlift, but the cables are still there. That's really weird. That's really strange that the cables would still be there, but the chairs themselves aren't still attached. Yep, I can see spots where along the cables where the chairs used to be attached to them, but I guess they've taken them all down. They were probably rotting. And it looks like the cables are chained up to the towers, but they're not still attached to the trolley wheels up there on the towers, like they were, like they normally would be. I don't know how much you can see inside this gift shop, but here's the gift shop down here where you buy your tickets at for Ghost Town in the Sky. Yep. Let's see. Park admission, ticket sales, gift shop, and information center. But all I'm getting really right now is a reflection in there. It's really hard to see much of anything through those doors because they've got one-way film on it basically. Here's a dedication plaque erected to honor the hundreds who worked here and the millions who came. Ghost Town in the Sky, Maggie Valley, North Carolina. Builder, Mr. R.B. Coburn. With the help of Russ Pearson, Dan Carpenter, Hubert and Alaska Presley. The golden years, 1961 through 1966. Unfortunately, I don't remember those years because I was only born in 1966. Now I have been here when the park was open years ago. That was back in the 90s, and it was still pretty good. It was going along pretty good at that time, and I do remember it, but I don't think any pictures left of that, unfortunately. Now back over here is the train. Now I'm not for sure, but it seemed like this train might have been actually up in Ghost Town in the Sky, the actual park itself on top of the mountain. And if it was, I don't know exactly why it would be down here. I can't hardly see them using this for any kind of transportation up and down the mountain. But of course now you do have one of these cars that was part of the incline that's sitting over here behind the other train. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but things around here are just kind of topsy-turvy. Now here's a closer shot of the train, and there is no tracks down here. This is actually all sitting on pavement where parking spaces used to be, or is down here I should say. But yeah, I think this was actually up on the mountain, but why they brought it down here and stored it down here I'm not really sure about. Maybe someone else can give some information about that, but yeah, I hate seeing this park not being utilized. It was a wonderful park from what I've seen of it myself, and from what other people have stated about the park, having been here back in the golden years of 61 through 66. Yeah, here's another shot of the other side of that ticket center and gift shop. And like I said, I have no plans of trying to go to the top, because it's from what I've heard is very well guarded. There's been a lot of vandalism up there. There's been a lot of other YouTubers who have gone up there and gotten videos and footage up there on the mountain and of the place, and it was really good. A lot of them, I've seen a lot of them, and some even in the last few years. And of course, this is right after all of the storms that came through western North Carolina. Now, we've been driving around some ourselves. We haven't seen any. I don't think we've gotten into the actual storm area, and we're kind of trying to stay away from that, you know, in case there was still, I wouldn't say recovery, but rebuilding, cleaning up and everything going on there. I'm sure there was a lot of that going on. But anyway, this is Ghost Town in the Sky, and I've always wanted to get over here and at least film this lower part of it. I'm not really doing anything to hurt anything, by no means. I guess the worst part would be trespassing, but I'm just getting some footage here, taking some video footage and pictures down here, and that's it. That's all I ever do, all I ever want to do. I don't want to harm these places at all, especially this one. Well, that concludes this episode of the Rural Xer, exploring at least the lower half of Ghost Town in the Sky. And as I said out there, I wasn't going to try to get up to the top, because there's been plenty of other YouTube videos, YouTubers who have gone up there and filmed the upper part of Ghost Town in the Sky, and they've been some really good ones put out there, and they've been doing a lot of they do a lot of guarding that upper side, because there's been a lot of vandalism and stuff, and that's not something that I want to do myself. By no means am I here to vandalize or destroy or defame property or of any sort, because I want to see this place, you know, open back up if possible, which I doubt that it ever will, but of course there's always a sliver of hope. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and for more similar content, please consider subscribing to my channel. God bless, and we'll see you in our next video.